Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. First celebrity to come out to support Diddy for his upcoming May 5th trial, even after the third superseding indictment, is Amber Rose. Then I heard Kanye's been coming out. Come on, let's keep it going, man. Who else? We got Umar Johnson. You know, we got Kaya, even Tyrese, Uncle Luke. Yo, sit back, watch this, because Amber Rose says she was at every freak off. If she gonna give it up, she gonna give it raw. So you gonna hear what Amber Rose got to say about the freak offs, man. Alright.
Keep it going, 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 keep it going. Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio. I like the way it's going down.
All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. We here, man. We got Amber Rose on Club Shay Shay. She gonna break it down. She said she was at every single freak off. Y'all tell me if y'all believe her or not. You know what I mean? I believe her because that female's always been outspoken in all aspects of the word. You know, even physically and sexually. You know, so let's keep it moving. Let's play this, see what she got to say with Uncle Shay Shay.
I got something.
What you got?
Because it seems to be like the last year and a half, there's been all this talk about these Hollywood parties.
Word.
Let's talk about it.
Huh.
Amber, what's really going on?
I don't know.
You ain't never been invited to these Hollywood parties?
I've been to probably every one.
Ooh.
I've been to every Puff party. I've been to every white party since 2009. I've been.
All right, so look at it. She said she done been to all these parties, right? Look at her. What do you think she did at these parties? Because you know, social media, they run wild with their imagination and their mind. But look at this beautiful woman sitting on the couch saying that she been to every P. Diddy party, every, you know, what they call, you know, whatever. That's where she at right now. We're going to walk through. What do you think right there? All right, put it in the comments. Let's keep it moving.
Been to every party, and
You go in the right room, not the wrong room.
I don't think there's rooms, Chad. I'm gonna be honest. Now, look, I'm gonna be very, very transparent on the show. If these freak offs are happening, it's on a completely different day than the actual Puff parties.
Okay.
It's not that day because every time I was there, Puff was there the whole time. You know, he got the Ciroc. He's on the DJ booth. He's the host of the party.
Mm-hmm.
I will say that. Now, I've had this conversation with Ray J. Ray J is one of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Ray, did they ever invite you to a freak off? Because they never invited me.
Mm-hmm.
And I done been at these parties. I just feel like, why I didn't get the invite?
Because they know you don't get down like that.
Maybe they know I don't get down like that. Okay, cool.
Yo, you see, Shay shot Amber a bullet right there. He just helped her out. You know what I mean? He shot out there to give her the narrative to run. Maybe she don't get down like that. Y'all seen Amber Rose. You believe she get down like that? I mean, I believe what she's saying. Don't get it twisted. But I mean, Amber, come on, baby. You don't get the best of the men from not being able to get down like that. But we understand, you know, this is YouTube.
But you would think maybe an assistant would come up and be like, hey, you like girls? Or like, you know, you into... Never. No one ever asked me that. They never asked Ray J either. And me and Ray J was talking about it. We were like, I done been to the party, the after party, the after party. I never seen none of that stuff. Wow. But that's not to say that it does not happen or invalidate people that... But I do think it's a different day that I'm just not invited to.
All right, let me break that down to you so you understand, right? This is what Diddy and Cassie both is saying in their papers, right? They're saying that Cassie stated that the freak-offs was their thing, that this was something that she picked a location, she picked a male escort, and then she'll hit Diddy up and say, yo, you ready to freak off? And that was their special word with each other. You know, that was their code word for orgy. You know what I mean? By them saying, yo, you know, we're going to do this freak off. So that's why what Amber Rose is saying now makes sense from what I know. Because Amber Rose is saying that the so-called freak off that everybody's talking about got to be separate from this night that they got the parties, because Diddy is there cheering with the mic and he's everywhere and he's physically seeing that he ain't got time to go in the back and hit a nut and tie him up and choke him out and arm him and all this stuff they said he did at these parties when he's physically in the front. And she said she was never invited or even hit up on. And come on, if they was really these freak-offs, nobody would have hit up on Amber Rose. Y'all telling me if y'all recruiting for a Diddy party, you wouldn't hit Amber Rose to say if she want to go to a freak-off. But anyway, let's ride. But where I'm at with this is, this makes perfect sense because, you know, Cassie and Diddy both stated in the court records that when they got together with a male escort that she chose and chose where she gonna do whatever, and you know what I mean, then he pull up and he do whatever he do, that was their, you know, name for it. You know what I mean? That was their personal name for it. But it's like the police is, the government is making the word freak off to be the parties that Amber Rose is saying that she was at and never seen none of that. They're putting the freak off title that Cassie and Diddy used for their threesome intimacy over here with the group party, and Amber Rose just cleared that up for me. Oh, make sure you share this video, subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel, Juanita Mecca Audio. All right.
Too. I don't know.
I'm gonna tell her.
You think it's a plot because we saw it happen with Russell Simmons, now we see it happen with P. Diddy. You think it is a plot or a ploy to take down prominent, high-powered black men?
I don't know. It really depends on the evidence, right? Because they did say that there were drugs in the baby oil. I don't know. That's
now drugs in the baby oil. Yo, oil and water don't mix, so you can't put a base in with the baby oil and it still be clear because it'll turn fuzzy. So you'll know it's not baby oil by looking at it, you know? And, you know, toxicology and all that done tested that and know that that's debunked. So it wasn't no drugs in the baby oil. That's just something they put out there. And then to make it even crazier, right? I read the paperwork, right? And in the paperwork, it said that he had like, it wasn't 1,000 bottles of baby oil. It was like 87 bottles of baby oil. You know what I mean? 103 toothpaste, you know? 98 deodorant. But this is how this man living in his mansion, but they put out this astronomical number with the baby oil and infused that with drugs and all this that can't scientifically happen like that with, you know, and staying clear where you could put it on your skin and it's good. Come on, dog. You know, all this is just social media, gossip, content, make a couple of hours, you know what I mean? It is all that really is. But, you know, Amber really breaking it down, and I believe his sister because she's taking her time to articulate this so well. She's so intelligent, man. She knows what's going on around her. She's not lost. Like you have the blind, deaf, and dumb. You know what I mean? She's neither one. Because she can clearly see what's going on in her surroundings. And that's what she's explaining to us. And I want to thank you. Give Amber a round of applause. Give Amber a round of applause. I like this shit. I like this. All right. And you know, I'm not even gonna get into that. Let's get in.
to allegedly.
Is that true? You think that
I don't
Puff had
know.
1,000 bottles of baby oil?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know because the internet is fake, like we said earlier.
Right.
You just don't know.
Right.
But if that is in fact true, then that is a problem. One thing I do know about Puff is that he's an abuser. You know, he abused Cassie. We all saw the video.
Right.
It is not okay. And but as far as the freak offs, I don't know about that.
Did you have?
And that's what Diddy is banking his case on right now, is that what the three of them had was a freak off amongst them three. All this celebrity guest, celebrity that. Diddy's saying there's no tapes. You know what I mean? But what I don't understand is every day a different lawsuit damn near is coming in, and all of these lawsuit. So where's the charges? You know what I mean? Lock them up. Where's all of that at? You know what I mean? But everything is coming in for the bag in the civil court, and they running with that in the social media and transferring that from civil court into criminal court and then trying him and convicting him before he even has a day at the grand jury, much less in the court. Which is crazy if you could understand. I try to take my time and walk that through so you could see how this thing is really playing out. That now you see the Diddy hype that they threw out there to blind everyone is coming down, and people are slowly seeing what is really going on. But Amber Rose could clearly see what's going on, and she was right there in the middle. You know? Because you can tell there's no emotion like, oh, Diddy's my man, and we cool, and we this and that. You know what I mean? She's just a woman speaking what happened. And we need more celebrities to come out and do that, whether they seen it or not, you know. But how you gonna let a man go down for a bunch of allegations because you scared to stick your neck out because you fell into believing that these tapes really existed with stars? Like Diddy was filming you doing things you wasn't supposed to do. You knew you wasn't doing nothing because it wasn't nothing going on that you was at that was out of control like they describing it. But just the way they threw it in the media and it got everybody believing it, you fell in that net with everybody and you believing that you was butt naked in a Diddy party when you was never even butt naked at a Diddy party, but you questioning yourself because the internet is so powerful, right? Let me give you one. Because we like to ride. That's when I first realized that when I had one of the rat bastards on the stand at my trial, and as he's testifying against me, he's looking at me and, you know, where was I going with this dude? I mean, what's he? Oh yeah, he was telling them that what like green and white stood for, something like that. It was saying like, you know, I like the color green because it stood for money, and I like the color white because it stood for cocaine. And, you know, I'm sitting there and I'm scratching my head and I'm thinking like, is that why I like it? Because that's not what I know I like it at, but he was just so convincing the way he was telling the story. He had me questioning if his lie was the truth, and I'm the one that lived it. And that's what happened out here now with these celebrities. They believing that they was on X tapes at Diddy freak-offs, you know what I mean, that may never even existed. But now, the way social media took it and it blew across 1 billion people that quick worldwide. Now everybody knows about Diddy and this crazy scandal, you know? And then everything started to trickle down, and the tapes that they got with surveillance tapes of different parts of his mansion that added up, you know? Because, you know, you got a surveillance tape in the hallways. You got to turn surveillance tape on the roof, in the backyard, by the garage. And all of those run 24 hours, and you go grab those for 6 months. And those are just tapes, but if you put it out there that it's freak-offs, the people is going to say, oh, man, 2 and 2 together. They had cameras in the room, and Diddy was this, Diddy was that. Man, Diddy would be old with gray beard right now, about to fall over if he had as much X as they trying to say that man had, man. You know what I mean? If his stamina like that, he better bottle it, you know, because all these lawsuits coming out of 100 different people that he allegedly violated. So how many did he willingly participate with consensually? You know what I mean? That's a whole lot of effort. You know, let's just keep that 100. But, you know, let's get back to Shake, man.
When I say relationship, I don't mean intimate relationship.
Right.
Did you have a relationship with Puff Daddy where you cool? Did you talk? Did you know him? Things like that?
I would say that we didn't talk on the phone and we didn't hang out, but I was always invited to the party.
Okay.
Look at you. Of course you was invited. You're Amber effing Rose.
And that's the extent of our friendship.
Okay. Now, is it true that you were at the Halloween party that Puff's sons and Ray J got into it?
Ooh, let's hear
I
it.
was, yes. I was right there.
What happened?
They just pressed Ray J and they were just like, stop talking about dad. And then Ray J said what he said, like something like, I know your dad better than you know your dad, or something like that. And then it just got ugly for a
Sparked from there.
second.
Hey, yo, she is so fly. You want to know how fly she is? She's so fly that she making both of these celebrities look like they played an equal part in the situation, and they both handle it perfectly. And she's telling it like it was really nothing more than, you know, a little bump in the road. You know, look how smooth she is. I respect her gangster. Because even though she say Ray J is her band and best friend, she say she cool with the two Diddy boys too now. You know what I mean? So she ain't throwing them under the bus, and she definitely ain't throwing Ray J on the bus, so she didn't pick a side. She just kept it 100 and told it the way, you know, she saw it in a calm version without saying who was scared, who was pump faking, and what she'll say behind the scenes. Intelligent young lady. Let's keep this thing moving.
Yeah, because I'm cool with Christian and Justin and Quincy, but then I also love Ray J, and he's like my brother, and I'm just like, guys, please, just stop. It's not worth it. Y'all don't want to do this.
Right.
Like, so it, you know, and I told Ray J, I said, look, that's their dad. What do you expect them to do?
Right.
Like, of course they're gonna stand up for their dad. You know what I mean? Like,
Yo, it sounded like Ray J was pissed off. Gunshots to Ray J. Because Ray J told her, like, man, I'm ready to tear him up. And she like, yo, but Ray J, that's their dad, and I'm ready to kill them. They're cowards. And she like, but Ray J, geez, what do you expect? They got to fight for their dad. And he's like, no, but them. And that's how she calmed them down, by letting them know, like, yo, they not disrespecting you. You disrespected their dad. And then you talking about, you know, they dad better than he do. Like, you know, they dad dark side that they defending. I mean, that was the ultimate violation. But, you know, I would have loved to see how that played out in person, really just see the facial expression between these three young men. You know what I mean? See how they handle it in 2025. Because luckily it wasn't back in the day, because it would have been a lot of, you know, all day, you know, behind something like that. Somebody disrespecting the dude father, and they out there, and the two boys, and they walk away, and, you know, no one is stomped out on the ground, and something ain't right. Something ain't right. But, you know, there's Hollywood, you know.
And rightfully so.
Right.
But it's reported that Breezy, Chris Brown, was the peacemaker. Is that true?
I think I was the peacemaker.
That was you.
Well, from what I remember, I was going to both sides and like, y'all don't need to do this. But maybe Chris came down at some point.
Right.
It was in the garage. I'm not sure.
What have you learned about fame?
Oh.
Because you've had more than 15 minutes. You've had two decades of it.
Yeah, it's going on 16 years.
Mm-hmm.
What have I learned about fame? That half of these motherfuckers don't know what they're doing. All the publicists, all the fake ass managers, all the business managers, and they all manipulate all of us into thinking that they have all the answers when we ourselves have the answers. As the entertainers or the socialites or the famous people, we got here because of us.
Before a manager, before
Yes.
a publicist.
Yes. And some people just have that it factor, you know? But it's funny because very early on, you get the publicist, you get the manager, and they tell you like, oh, you know, if you want to make money now, you got to twerk. You got to sell sex on the podcast. You got to just say that you girls and guys. And you eventually start to lose yourself in this fake entertainment world because they're intimidating you every day that you're going to lose it all if you do not do what they tell you to do. Instead of standing 10 toes down, but that intimidation changes you as a person.
Is fame a drug? Because I believe it is. I believe it's suffocating. I believe it can be intoxicating. And people once you become hooked on it, you'll do anything to keep it.
Maybe
Fame is more like a adrenaline. You know what I mean? Because no matter how much money I got, how many cars I bought, chains, women, it was like an adrenaline thing. It's like I just wanted another one. You know, I got an old saying, right? One of nothing ain't worth nothing. You heard that? One of nothing ain't worth nothing. So I want a pair of everything. I got a pair of balls. Then I need a pair of cars. I need a pair of girls. You know what I mean? I need a pair of houses. You know, and that's the way it is. You know, one of nothing ain't nothing. Remember I told you that they shoot Mecca audio. I gotta make a short about this because this is just too real, man. I'm gonna start doing shorts because I'm understanding. My daughter showed me how to Juanita Mecca audio rock. So I got her to the YouTube because I figured I get a little lazy, so I get her and get her young mind to teach me a little something, and she think I'm teaching her because I got the bigger channel. But I'm listening to her and her ideas. So I asked, I said, baby, how you doing them little shorts? So she showed me bing, bing, bong. It was done. So now to do shorts, now I'm going to start doing some fire-ass shorts because now I just hold the dumb-ass phone in front of me and talk in front of it. I just thought that was the stupidest thing ever to be doing that. No disrespect to nobody that do it, and definitely no disrespect to me who's getting ready to do it. But, I'm going to start doing some shorts because I had fun doing it with her. I did one of them on the joint already with her, but I know how to do it. Let's get back to Shay Shay, man.
For some people, not for me. I don't give a shit about being famous.
You famous now. You can't be unfamous.
You cannot be unfamous. No, you can't be unfamous. But yeah, I don't actively do things to
To be in the public spotlight and say, look at Amber Rose, look at what she's doing, look at what she's wearing.
I'm really quiet.
Yeah.
Like I'm really quiet with my shit. So yeah.
Money. What have you learned about money?
Oh Lord. Just save. Save. I remember I spent my first $1 million and I gagged because I was like,
what did you spend it on?
See, they hold up, man. They life is so different. They talking about they got a chance to spend their first $1 million. Did you hear this? They got a chance to spend their first $1 million. My first $1 million that I got, I'm driving down with this 300E Mercedes Benz, right? This is in '88. Like spring 88, what's that about? This time in 1988. So I'm riding down the street, police pull me over, they search the car, they find this $1 million in the car. So they start talking about what they gonna do, and they come say, yo, you coming downtown with us, or we taking this with us? I said, oh, you want the title to the car? That's in the glove box too, I'll see y'all later. But I had to walk away from my first $1 million because I got pulled over by the police. If I were to try to go in there was no way I could have claimed it in 1988 because I ain't know nobody that was making no $1 million or enough people add up for 5 people to say this because everybody tried to say all types of what I should have done. And I'm like, yo, bottom line is I got my freedom and it got me an extra 6 years, you know what I mean, for that first $1 million. So, but it's just funny to hear them say they got a chance to spend theirs. When I got mines and I'm moving the lump sum somewhere, I done handled more than $1 million, but I'm talking when I got the lump sum of $1 million, I'm trying to move it, I get pulled over Mercedes-Benz. That's why I hate Mercedes-Benz. Up to this day, I don't even like to drive in Mercedes-Benz. I hate anything called Benz. I mean, I know Benz hate me for saying that, but I'm just saying that's what I was driving in when the police took me. I get my first Benz and I got a little $1 million in the trunk, and here go the police come out of nowhere, whoop, 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 and take my little $1 million. But I was so happy to get away because right before that, I had a gun charge. So now I done got a gun charge I just beat, and then now I'm getting pulled over $1 million. Now I got to explain where it came from. They trying to tie it to drugs and going through all this. And they said, let me keep that, and we bypass you with that, and, you keep it moving. Of course, a week later they came. I tell you about how they shook me down a week later in another video right now. This is about Amber Rose and the first celebrity that came out to see Diddy, but we doing something we only do over here, Unique Mecca Audio. We ride. This is how we ride. All right? Like you're in the whip, you riding on I-95 and you throwing the, Brucey B tape and you bumping, and then somebody say, nah, play Mary J. Blige. So then you throwing the Star Child tape, I'm taking it back to 88, but right now, you might throw in a little, Keisha Cole tape because the female want to cry a little bit. She just broke up with her man and you driving out of town so you can bone her back out when you get it to the other side. But now they call that sex trafficking, so you can't even drive a girl, say, okay, I'm going to drive you to go see your auntie so you could feel better because your auntie the one that raised you, and now you drive them out of town. Now they say that's sex trafficking. You see how crazy this is coming out, though? So y'all be careful what you wish for, man. But, let's get back to Amber Rose over here.
Going to Miami, Fontainebleau, partying, bottles, outfits, clothes, shoes, dumb, just a bunch of dumb. And then I was like, then I got a business manager, like, you need to pay taxes. And I'm like, what? So then I was like in the hole. It was like very early in my career, but I didn't do that again. I definitely did not do that again.
What's your best and worst purchases?
My best and worst purchases. You know, when I had new money, I had like 7 cars for no reason.
What the?
And now I have 2 cars. So
walk it down.
Yeah, I don't live the same way anymore. I'm more, I save now and I think about things before I buy them.
Right.
I'm definitely gonna take this dress back and like, I'm gonna exchange it for another dress when I have another interview.
Oh, see, y'all just learned something. Oh, y'all been knew that. You could just wait and take it back within the 30 days for your next event and just keep riding out from one dress. Then at the end, say, I just give me my money back. I like my money back. After 9 months of playing that game.
Let us know so we can make sure you take it back before we air this interview.
Yo, listen, I put the little receipt in the in my drawer next to the bed. I'm taking this shit right back.
Lord have mercy. What's the number one thing that you learned in the entertainment business?
No one genuinely likes you. They just use you for what they need you for.
Really?
It's not real life, no.
You really believe that, Amber?
Yeah, I know that for a fact. Yeah. No one genuinely cares. Like, at your
It's all
lowest,
transactional, huh?
yeah, at your lowest point, that they don't give a. It's like, when are you gonna get better so we can get you to do what we want you to do?
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. If you could go back and do anything differently, what would you do?
We're going to deal with that another time, right? Because she answered that in another joint. But now, that's where we at, right? Look at Amber Rose. Amber Rose just sat there, one of the first celebrities that spoke out, you know, in Diddy's behalf about what she says is her truth, that she hasn't seen any free calls and they must have been held on another day. So, I mean, you let me know, you know. What do you think about Amber Rose? Is she protecting Diddy? You think she might be protecting Diddy? Or you think this is honestly what's going on and how she feel? Because she don't want her stuff to be exposed. Maybe she's in something, I don't know, allegedly. I'm just, you know, giving y'all suggestions as far as creating content to let you know where we at. Because she's, you know, she may be honestly defending him and she may not defend him. I mean, that's where I know it's going to go crazy in the comments with whoever is putting whatever it is. So, you know, put it in the comments. Let me know what you think. I done gave you all enough speculation, you know what I mean, and bullcrap to go with enough for the day. Make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecca Audio. Unique Mecca Audio Prison Story, Mecca Audio TV. Hit the like button, hit the notification button, and let's keep it moving. All right?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime. What?
Fresh out the can of 26, heat back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself linked in. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca Audio. Get it live like 2 G's in the 90s. Drop top beamer so shiny. I let shorty go, she was whining. Treat her like my past, she behind me. Spend a couple bands on the Dapper Dan. You be back again, getting green like a Packers fan. No cap, it's a raw in Uptown. Baby horn Uptown, Dominican bust downs. Now we on the positive, we got a lot to give. Now he trying to stop the kids from being inoperative. So take heed, homie, lend an ear. He started in Uptown, he gon' finish dead. But now it ain't about selling drugs, buying cars. It's about buying property to make the community ours, so we can give back to the